Hello, everybody. This is your boy Marcus Norman from Gentleman Style Podcast, your host of the number one podcast coming to you live in America. Here we go. Hey, everybody. This is your boy Marcus Norman from Gentleman Style Podcast, your host of the number one podcast coming to you live in America. And today, you all are in for a treat. I have today the dynamic, the incredible, the absolute amazing Miss Kimberly Griffin. She is a mental health professional who's received an associate in science degree in criminal justice, bachelor of science degree in health and wellness, and a graduate degree in public health from Purdue University with a handful of certificates in allied health. She's a mother of 3 sons, grandmother of 2, and an author of 5 children's books. Did you hear that? 5 children's books. This woman is busy. She was inspired to write these children's books to help other children understand that children with different abilities can make a difference. That's who we have today, this dynamic, powerful woman. She also owns a nonprofit called Support Joey's Heart. This nonprofit was created in his memory, understanding the challenges of life that life can bring and helping individuals bring strength that will reject the feelings of depression. So today we have the incredible, the amazing Miss Kimberly Griffin. Please help me welcome her to the stage as to the Gentleman Style Podcast, number one podcast. Miss Kimberly Griffin, welcome. Yay!
Hi, how are you?
How are you? How are you? I am blessed and I am excited for you today. Thank you for joining us and taking time out of your busy schedule, your family time. This is family time.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
I'm excited with you. So there are numerous things that I could ask you questions all night. You are multi-talented, multiverse. But what I want to dive into is your magazine. You are
Okay.
the first. You are the first person I've met that started a magazine and
Really?
owns and operate her own magazine. And I just
Wow.
have to ask, what inspired you to start your magazine? And it's called Bully.
Fully. Mm-hmm.
So tell us about that. Tell us what made that up.
Okay. So God put it on me to start a magazine. And I said a magazine. I don't know what magazine. So I said, okay, well, let me try it. So I decided to try, and I said, well, let's name it Bully. Because at that time I already had started the children's books. So I was like, no, I don't know if I want to do bullying because I'm talking too much about it in the books. So I said, well, bully is such a strong word. Let's think of something that I can use that word with. So I said, okay, well, we can use bully in a number of different ways. Bully can bully its way into your life if you had cancer. Bully can bully its way into your life if you were in a domestic violence situation. Bully bullied its way into my life because I lost 3 people. So I had 3 losses. So I wrote the story about bully and wanted others to express their feelings of any situation of resentment, hurt and pain, any tragedy, how it bullied its way into your life and how you overcame it. So it's more of a motivational magazine to help others that are suffering any depressed thoughts, any situation they're going through in their life. And it helps give them motivation by inspiring them with the stories. So that is how I started Bully Magazine.
That's incredible. Do you have a copy of the magazine that you
I
can
do.
hold up for my audience? So
I do.
I need y'all to see this.
So
Right?
this is the first one. That's me on it.
Incredible. And
And
who
then
is that on the cover? That's you?
that's me. That's
Oh
me.
my gosh, I love
That's
it.
the first one. And then it's got great stories inside. You can see some of the stories.
Love that.
Some of the
Love
stories.
that. Yes.
And then this is the second one. That's the second issue.
Shop. Who is
And
that?
that's Mr. Willie. He's got a great story. And those are more of the stories that are inside.
I love it.
And they're all inspirational stories that motivate others. And this is the men's issue. This is my
Yes.
son.
Yes.
And this is a powerful, powerful one that I've done. It's got 20 stories of men telling everything they went through in their life, digging deep to motivate others. That's Mr. PJ Piggott.
PJ
He tells
Piggott,
his story. Yes. That's my husband. He
sharp
tells his
brother.
story.
You might want to
And
close that
then,
chapter.
yeah, that's my son. We wrote a story about my son. It's called Careful, on everything he went through. And then that's the rapper Smooth B. That's my pastor. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm good friends with Smooth B. That's Kendrick L.
Kendrick,
He's my,
how do you know Kendrick L?
I knew Kendrick for a long time. Me and him, I know him as long as I've been here in Virginia. So he told his story too. So I really got deep into interviewing a lot of guys, the ones that gave the best stories to motivate other men. Because, you know, you men have a troubled time letting go of some things that you hold on to for so long. So they told the stories, and it's really a powerful. So this, we're doing women's issue now, which is coming up in January. So I'll be in that too. I dug deep and told some more things about me. And each issue, I'm telling about something that went on in my life and I held on to for so long, but I let it go. So this magazine allows you to let go of anything that bothered you in your past, and you can talk about it in the magazine. And it's therapeutic. So it kind of helps me as well by listening to people and letting them be comfortable in a setting. We allow them to call us and we audio everything. And then me and my husband, we type up everything, we edit it, we send it back to them, and we allow them to make the changes they want to. And then we put it in there. We give them 4 pictures to deliver to us, and we get it edited and formatted and everything, and we get it all nice and get it out there.
So you are self-published. This isn't
Yes.
pawned off to some third
Mm-mm,
party. This is
mm-mm.
all
We
in-house
all
for you.
done. I did it all myself, and my husband
Why?
chipped in with me, and we just did it all together. I just enjoy listening to people's story, and I think we in society we need to let go of some things that we held on to for so long. I think the world would be a lot better if we release the resentment and all the tension of our past experience, because we all have a past, you know, whether it
Absolutely.
be good or bad. And I know I had some bad experiences in my life, so I had to let that go, because now, you know, the younger generation feel as if they're the only one that went through these heartaches. So by allowing them to understand that we all went through it, they may feel comfortable by being able to relate to the stories that are in the magazine.
So helping customers let go, what does that allow them to do? What does this magazine allow them to do?
And
Uh,
it allows them to be free. I mean, when they
free.
read the stories, yes, when they read the stories, like, wow, I went through that. That's something I went through. I always said that about me by reading things, reading magazines or seeing bios. I love documentary and bios. I love seeing, and I'm like, oh, I went through that, but I'm afraid to tell someone. But you can't be afraid. You got to let go, because all of that bottles up. What it does is it just damages you even more, and it leads on to depression. I've been depressed 2 times and lost a son to depression. So that's another
Um,
reason why I'm doing this. That's how I lost my son to depression. He feared of what people might think of him. Acceptance is such a hard word. And
mm,
the world, if the world does not accept you, you feel as if you're a loser and you can't be accepted in society. And that's wrong. It is so wrong. You
it's
know, we live
absolutely.
in a bully world. And that's why I
Mm.
named the magazine Bully. You know, everyone is bullying each other. And I think it's just unfair. And I think we all need to love one another, because God deals with the heart. So we all need to love more than anything.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You also, again, like I told you guys, she is multi-talented, multiverse, and busy. She hails all the way from New York. New
Yes.
York. And
From
you
the
know,
Bronx. Hmm.
Bronx, people from New York, I love you guys because you guys will outwork anybody. You can outdo, you can do anything. You guys can accomplish anything. One of the things you do is you have a nonprofit.
I do. I
Tell us
do.
about that nonprofit and what's it like? What's it like
Okay.
operating that?
It's tough. That my nonprofit is called Support Joey's Heart. It's in honor of my son that I lost to depression. So I named it Support Joey's Heart because my son has such a big heart. He always wanted to support people and help them and do whatever he can do, even with his challenges. on the things that he felt like he wasn't accepted of. But I named it Support Joey's Heart, and it's more of a reassurance nonprofit. We reassure that people, we can be there for them, to listen to them, to give them the resources that they need. Everyone's suffering crises right now through COVID and a number of different things, and we are there to listen when they call us. Me and my husband give group sessions. We give them all the motivation to give them inspiration. And we also collaborate with other organizations. But right now, I'm doing a number of different campaigns. So I've been doing Mommy's Blessing. I've been helping moms that are suffering a hard time, and I've been giving them baby items and stuff that was donated
Wow.
to me. And then I also did Hugs of Comfort for moms that lost a child to gun violence. I just gave care baskets to those moms, 10 moms I selected, and I just gave out some care baskets to them so they can understand to care for themselves. After losing my son, I didn't care. I fell into a slump and, hid myself and isolated myself, and all of those things that were important to keep me uplifted, I put in the basket for moms. And then now I'm doing the Support Joey's Heart Christmas tree drive. So that'll be done, and we'll be giving little tokens for families that are suffering as well to those kids. We have 5 remote control cars, the big cars,
Hmm.
electric cars. We want to give those to 5 kids and put it under the tree to make them happy. So that is what we're doing with Support Joey's Heart Christmas tree drive. And it's been tough for me as with a nonprofit as a newbie. It's very hard to keep board members. As of now, it's myself and my husband. We're new, learning everything by myself. I learn as I go. I research everything, so I'm pretty new at it, and I'm wanting to learn more. By me getting my donations, I write a lot of letters and research, like to the Walmarts and the Targets and the food banks, and them understanding my mission and what I'm trying to do. They always you know, bless me, and I'm grateful for it. So that is how I'm getting the word out. But I have plans. I do want to expand. I do want to become bigger. I do want a location, and that is in the works for me. So yeah.
And it will happen. It will happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Miss Kimberly Griffin here helping us and changing lives. One children's book, one nonprofit at a time.
Hmm.
And I want we all have to uplift this woman and her family in the graces of God, and come around and come together now more than
Thank
ever.
you.
She is absolutely incredible.
Thank
You
you.
will
Thank
find this, you won't get this anywhere else unless you connect with Miss Griffin
you.
organization, or you subscribe to the Gentleman Style Podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. We are going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. See you guys soon.
Are you a local business looking to offer your customers easy access to cash without having to travel miles? We're here to help. At Norman Legacy Investments, we provide free ATMs with free installation that provide a suitable investment for your business. Even better, we offer you some profit sharing and handle everything from start to finish. Just reach out to us today to schedule a free consultation.
Hey, everybody, we
Hey.
are back. Thank you all for tuning in. We have Miss Kimberly Griffin. If you are now tuning into the show, we have Miss Kimberly, author, motivational coach, speaker, Bronx representative, New York. And she also has the biggest heart I have ever seen on the planet.
Oh,
She's
thank you.
written, you're welcome. She has written 5 children's books.
Yes. 5.
Five children's books. And
Yes.
tell us about those children's books. I know there's a story here. I know there's
Yes.
power here.
So this is the first one I started, and this is called Joey's Boots. This book
Wow.
is actually about my grandson. He wore these little cowboy boots that my son bought him. At that time, my son was living, and uh, I thought this it was just so ironic that everywhere he went, he wore these cowboy boots. He thought the boots gave him strength and powers, and they made him not be fearful. So this book is all about Joey. It's called Joey's Boots, and he's introduced to the boots, and he believes the boots give him strength and power. So it's about courage, and that's the inside of it, how it looks.
Wow.
So it gives courage, strength. So he doesn't fear anything, like an adamant object. So his
Right.
boots were his adamant object. And then there's Through Daddy's Eyes. Through Daddy's Eyes is about my granddaughter and my son. my oldest son. My oldest son has sarcoidosis, so he lost part of his eyesight. So my granddaughter, whatever my son can't see, she sees for him. So they do everything together. They brush their teeth, they eat breakfast, they read together. She ensures that he gets his drops. She ensures that he doesn't get in pain and all of that stuff. So that's the inside of how it looks.
Wow.
So it's called Through Daddy's Eyes. And then there's Tic No More. And this is a motivational book. Tic No More is about my baby son, who's now 21. He had Tourette syndrome. So this is like a bio book, and it gives all the things that he went through in his life and all the struggles he went through and how I got him engaged in all kind of sports. So he concentrated more on activity and then he wouldn't tick anymore. He thought that he would be indifferent because of his ticks. So I allow him to see that he can beat this. And he did. So now Kobe's 21 years old. He has no more ticks. He's in the Air Force. He's a personal trainer. He's been Airman of the Year, Airman of the Quarter. So this is what this book is about. It's called Tic No More. Okay. And then I have Mathew and Me. Mathew and Me is about a little boy who's autistic. And this book teaches patience, friendship, and love. So this little girl, Lindsay, meets Mathew in the park, and she doesn't understand why he doesn't want to play with her. So she finds out that he's autistic and they become friends. And then she finds out that her little sister has the same condition. So she knew everything to do with him and how to get his attention. So that's what Mathew and Me is about. And then my last one, this is my favorite. It's called My Beautiful Lips. And this is about a little girl from Africa. She has a cleft lip and she's teased and bullied, and she's in an orphanage. And in the orphanage, a lot of the little girls in there have regular lips, and she wants to have the same thing like them. So she dreams and she prays all the time to get beautiful lips. And then at some point, she gets sick. But then one of the assistants come to her, and assistant's name that come to her, her name is Mary. So Mary takes her to the town and gets her the surgery, and she gets beautiful lips. And then she had dreams of becoming a model, and she becomes a model. So that is how it looks inside.
Incredible. And so that's based on real life?
Well, you know what? This My Beautiful Lips, this book teaches girls to be accepting of their features. Okay. I wrote this book mainly about me because when I was a little girl, I didn't like my full lips. And my mom always told me, one day, Kim, your lips are going to bring you success. So I named it My Beautiful Lips. So little girls that might have the same complex like I had, they could understand that there's a little girl that had a cleft lip. She just wanted beautiful lips. Sometimes, you know, what you have to be accepted and really happy that what God gave you. He made us all unique for a different, for a reason. We all can't be the same, but we all can be loved. So that's why I named it My Beautiful Lips.
Amen. How much does each book cost, and how can my listeners, my audience, tune in and get a copy?
Well, I got a sale now going on Amazon. If you go on Amazon.com, they're all $10. I just dropped the price to $10. Yeah. So they're $10. And I'm all on Facebook. I got a sale going on now on Facebook. You get a Support Joey's Heart t-shirt, and you get any book that you want. So all 5 are $10. People are buying all 5 and a t-shirt. You get a t-shirt. For a kid's t-shirt, it's $5. For an adult, it's $8. And I send them all out to you.
And what is that link? I have audio listeners as well. Can you say that website?
So you can go to Amazon.com/author/KGriffin68. So again, it's Amazon.com/author/KGriffin68. So you can go there, or you can find me on Facebook and inbox me, and I can mail it right out to you.
Perfect. You guys, please support this incredible Bully magazine, this incredible woman, Miss Griffin. She is changing she's not only changing the adults, she has a magazine for the adults, right?
Yes.
And she's covering our legacy. Our children are our future.
Mm-hmm.
So she's covering both ends and supporting and feeding both ends. We have to uplift this woman. We have to support her and get her in the right places. What makes Bully magazine different from the competition?
Okay, our magazine is different because it's real life stories, and there are other magazines that have the same, but our stories uplift you because it's in relations to relatable real life things that happen every day to everyday people. So by reading that story, not only will you read a good story, but you'll be uplifted and you can relate to the story. So then we also allow um, our people who give their story in the magazine, they're able to get their business advertised inside too. So their business is
Mm.
advertised. I allow entrepreneurs, because most of them are entrepreneurs, to be able to express their brand inside the magazine as well. So
So she is the plug, y'all. Hint, hint, wink, wink. She is the
yes.
plug. You all have
Mhm.
to absolutely get connected. We got a question from Ms. Shanique Henry in the audience. How can we support your nonprofit organization? How can we get your magazine? So can you
Okay.
explain how she can do that one more time for us, please?
Yes. So my nonprofit organization, you can go to my website, supportjoeysheart.org. That is my nonprofit. And on there, I have Givelify and I have PayPal. So you can donate in that area. And then for my magazines, you can go to bullymagazine2020.com. So it's bullymagazine2020.com. And you will see everything up there, me and my husband, and you'll see all the magazines. And you click on the magazine and it'll take you right to the distributor, which is Blurb, and they'll mail out the magazine to you.
Perfect. Great question, Miss Shanique Henry. I hope that
Thank
helps.
you.
We have to support this young woman. She is
Thank
changing
you.
the
Thank you.
game. Do you ship overseas? I have my audience is growing and
Uh-huh.
I have customers overseas. Do you
Yeah, they
ship
can,
overseas?
or when they go to the website, bullymagazine2020.com, they'll ship wherever they're at. They send it right to them.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Perfect. What is the goal for your company? Where do you see the
Okay.
company changing in the community and impacting in the future?
Okay, with Bully Magazine, we want to change communities by letting others understand what it's like to go through any adversity in life. So, by loving on each other and understanding people's differences in their life, we want to build a store that is coming up soon. Me and my husband, we have a dream to open up a boutique at some point and put all kind of different aspects in that boutique for others to be able to be comfortable, have a comfortable setting for them. So we don't have a distributor. That is part of what's up and coming soon, so we can get it into Walmart and the Targets and all the stores that it needs to be in. That is our dream to do that. So it's like I said, it's just me and him. So we're working really hard every day, and my dream is to make this full time for me, because I enjoy doing this so much and just seeing
Amen.
people so happy, just telling me thank you for the magazine. It inspired me and my children's books. I want to be able to walk into a store and see my stuff on the shelf and just be happy and proud of myself, and knowing that my parents and my son will be proud of me as well. So that is my dream.
Absolutely. And you will have it. You will
Thank
achieve
you.
it. Claim it.
Thank you. I'm
Claim it.
claiming it. I am. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
What are
Mhm.
some upcoming blockbusters you have coming down the pipeline? 2020 has been a tumultuous year. It's been
Yes.
up,
Yes.
down. Well, let me start here. How has COVID-19, how has the recession affected Bully Magazine? Has it
Well,
inspired?
it helped me. It inspired me to really dig out more and brainstorm and utilize my time, because I got laid off, of course, with my job in the mental health. We couldn't go in any facilities, so I was home, and that made me work even harder on my magazines. And meeting and networking with people online has really been booming. So it's been helping me too. I met you. So it's a good thing to be able to network, close with everyone, and get my brand out and let people know who I am and what I represent, and be able to collaborate with other people too as well. So it's been a sad part for me, because I did lose loved ones.
I'm
My
sorry.
sons lost their grandfather, the grandmother, a few friends of mine I lost. So I lost a lot of people to COVID, but it has made me connect even more and love more, so which is a good thing with COVID. So I'm hoping that at some point we go back to the normal lives, some normalcy, and we can brainstorm and just make things even better than what it was before COVID hit. So
Absolutely. You want to go back to the 9 to 5?
no,
Okay,
no,
I
I
just
don't.
wanted to make sure.
No, I mean, as far as being able to get out, see, I can't
Sure.
really network and get my magazine in stores. You can't just walk up in anybody's store now. You can't do a lot of things. So if I'm able to do that, because I like to hustle a lot, so I can't do that now because of you have to make an appointment or anything like that. So that is what I mean by normalcy. So
Absolutely. What 3 books do you have? Would you recommend to men and women
okay,
that are
so right
hungry?
now, definitely becoming, okay, by Michelle Obama. I started reading some. It was my mom's book. I love devotional, Sister to Sisters devotional by Linda H. Hollis, and then T.D. Jakes, When Women Pray.
Ooh, I haven't read the Michelle Obama book, and I
hmm
haven't read the TD Jakes book, so I'm gonna have
hmm
to check that out. Check that out, y'all.
hmm
Coming from
It's so,
you live
I
and
haven't read
direct.
all of them. I skimmed through so much because I'm always busy. So, but it's definitely T.D. Jakes is definitely a good one. When
Why?
Women Pray,
Why?
because it gives you a lot of devotionals, every day, step to step. I like prophesied, a lot. So it gives a lot of that inside there too. I just got this book, the Book of Signs.
Ooh,
I just got that. So I saw it and it caught my eye by Dr. David Jeremiah. So I'm gonna read that and see what that's like.
all
Okay.
right. So I'm gonna shoot my little plug in here. That means she'll be back, y'all. She's going to come back to the Gentleman Style podcast.
Of course.
Awesome. Always like to get my little 2 cents in there.
Yeah.
Who are your heroes and why? I think I know one, but who are your heroes and why?
Okay. So I definitely would say one of my heroes was Viola Davis.
Ooh,
Viola Davis was one of my heroes as I got older. Reading her story of all the pain she went through adversity, it made me think about myself and her strength and her ability to win. She dedicated all she could to get up to the forefront, and she made it. And that's where I'm going. So she made me realize, like, I want to do everything she done. I want to be that forefront. I mean, she went through all the challenges of being dark skinned, being bullied, being called all kind of names because of our parents. I went through the same thing. So she's definitely one of my heroes. And then my mom. My mom is definitely my hero. My mom had so much strength. She was such a strong woman, and knowing that she's gone and all the things that she taught me um, made me who I am now. So my mom is definitely my hero.
thank you, Mom. Thank you, Miss Viola Davis. We
Yes.
we appreciate you guys. You have impacted the life of this amazing woman, and that's this is legacy, right? You are your mom's legacy, and you are carrying it forward into the foreseeable future, and
hmm
and again changing so many lives.
Thank you.
How do you give back to the community?
I give back by being a listener, being a good listener, dedicating my time with my nonprofit organization, charity, doing my charity. My ministry work is more ministry. Um, what else? By being in the field that I'm in the health field. I've been in the health field for so long, for like 28 years. So I dedicate my time to help people when they're in need, always being on call when I can. And I volunteer as well, too. So
In mental health, as what have you seen in the profession of mental health, in that space? What have you seen that we are not doing well as a society, as a culture, as a people?
we're not coming together. We're not listening more. People are really damaged. People need people. People need others to listen to them. People want to talk, people want to have company, and people want love. And we're not giving that to them. We're judging, we're making fun of others. We're putting separation, and I just think it's not fair. I think society would be a lot better if we all come together and understand and just listen. Just be an ear. Sometimes let people talk. You don't always have to point the finger and tell them, no, you're wrong, that's not right. You just don't know no one's story until you listen to it. So
Absolutely. Hold up that Bully magazine cover one more
Okay.
time for my
Which
live
one?
audience. The newest one, the latest one. I love the yes, your son. That's the one. Yes.
Mhm.
So Bully magazine, y'all, men's issue and women's issue, and an author with children's books, 5 children's books, and she will not stop. Get a hold of this book. How can my audience support you? How can they get a copy of the book? How can they support you? How can they connect with you?
Well, they can just go to my website again, my nonprofit, supportjoey'sheart.org.
Mm,
And they could also Bully Magazine 2020. That's how you get all the magazines. They're up there. Once you click on that magazine, it'll tell you, and you can choose the one you want. It'll take you to the distributor and it'll ship it right out to you. And you'll
absolutely.
love the magazines. You will love the mag. There's not a person that hasn't said this magazine has changed my life, because you just never known no one was going through that much pain, especially men. Men. Oh my! I call it Salute Our Kings.
I love that.
That's what
I,
it's called. All men's issues, salute our kings. Because I salute you men for all the pain that you go through every day, consistently, just being a man. It's tough. It is tough. It is so tough. So yeah.
and that's why you are incredible. I thank you for bringing the two together. I've seen a lot of division and a lot
Yes.
of separation, and that's
Yes.
not what we need right now. It's
No.
men against women, it's women against men.
That's right.
Women don't cheat, men don't,
Right.
it's all of the above.
Right.
That's not what we need
Mhm.
right now. And I love
Mhm.
the fact that your brand, your magazine, your nonprofit brings those two together and say, hey, let's cut it out. Let's
That's
get
right.
back together, because
That's
that's how
right.
we grow. And how do we
Mhm.
buy the books again?
The book's on Amazon. So you can just go to Amazon. You can go to amazon.com/author/K Griffin 68.
Those children's books, 5 children's books talking about real life examples, real life scenarios, and real life impact that
Mhm.
Miss Griffin and her husband, her nonprofit, her company is
Mhm.
changing. We have a comment, Miss Nikki Lewis. You are a
Yes,
huge
yeah.
inspiration with such a
Thank you, Miss
beautiful story.
Nikki.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Miss
so
Nikki.
much. That's what I want to do. I want to inspire people so they can move and reach their goals too. I had so many other people that were inspirations to me when I was young, and I would watch them. I always liked to look up to a lot of older women that were doing things that I wanted to do. And I had a lot of falls. I had a lot of troubles in my life. But once I lost 3 people, I picked myself back up. I lost 3 people in 2019, my dad, my mom, and then my son, all in
Ouch.
10 months. All in 10 months. So I had to build the strength of by God and listening to the spirit of God, and allowing myself to get back up and brush myself off and just do all the things that I dreamed of doing. And that's what I'm trying to do now. But I want to be an inspiration to someone else too.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Is that Shaniqua? She said yeah,
Shanique,
Shaniqua.
yep. Shanique Henry says, my sympathies to you and your family.
Thank
Just
you so
love,
much.
love, love, love,
Yes,
love. Oh,
yes.
thank you guys. Thank you guys. Any final closing remarks for my audience as we tune out today?
Final closing remarks is
Words of
do all
wisdom.
the things that you always wanted to do, whatever passion it is that you want, whatever drive that you had. Don't let no one stop you. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. Don't let anyone point their finger at you and tell you you're wrong. Do everything you can. You're going to bump your head. You're going to fall, but get back up and push yourself, and you keep pushing, you keep pushing, you keep pushing. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm a living testimony. For years when I was a young girl, I used to stutter really bad. And one of my teachers told me I'd never make it in life. I'd never be nothing. Okay. I'm pretty sure she's not here anymore. But Miss Wing, look at me now. She told me I'd never be nothing. So I pushed myself very hard. And that's why I consistently get degree after degree after degree. So I'm just here to tell anyone, be inspired. Love yourself first before you love anyone else. And that's how you're going to make it.
Look at that back wall, y'all. Look at all those certificates, all those accomplishments. She is repping and wearing it proudly. I love it. Take that, Miss. What's her name?
Miss Wing.
Miss whatever. That's what her name
Yes.
is. Miss whatever. Look at
Yeah.
her now, Miss Kimberly Griffin, changing the life. Miss Kimberly, we thank you
I
so
thank
much.
you. I
This is
thank you so much for everything. I enjoy what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing by allowing people to come on your platform and sharing, what they have to offer. I think that's amazing. I think that is wonderful to get the name out. So keep building your podcast. One day I'll have a big podcast like yours too.
and we're gonna go to the top together. I love it.
Yes. Yes.
Well, family, we got to give Miss Kimberly Griffin back to her family.
Okay.
And
Thank
we
you so much.
absolutely, and we thank you, my audience. Thank you, Miss Griffin. We love
Yes.
you. We appreciate you. Thank you, my audience, for
Okay, thank
tuning in
you.
tonight. Like I always say, take care of your friends, take care of your family, and take care of business. This is
Yeah.
Marcus Norman and Miss Kimberly Griffin, Gentleman Style Podcast, signing off. Love you guys.
Bye-bye.